Hello everyone. A couple weeks ago I made the video that you see on the screen here in front of you. It was called 5 of the Dumbest Things I Have Done in My Life. Now I said in this video that in the future I could possibly make a video of the dumbest things that you guys have done. Well, after collecting comments from you guys for a couple weeks and seeing the most ridiculous, idiotic things that you guys have done, I'm going to do just that and make a video about the stupid shit that you guys have done. Without any further ado or any more explanation needed, and by the way, I might be making future chapters of this video. So if you want to go back to that 5 dumbest things video and leave a comment and potentially be on another future video, feel free to do that. Without further ado, let's get to dumbass thing number 1. I ate pizza rolls when they came right out of the oven and got a first-degree burn on my lip. I felt stupid and badass at the same time. Now this I can understand. A pizza roll is very deceiving. Unlike pizza where you can kind of immediately feel how hot it is on the top, a pizza roll has a protective barrier, a force field if you will, protecting the ultra scorching hot contents inside. Just imagine like putting that to your tongue. It's like, oh, the crust doesn't feel too hot, and then bam, spills that on your lip. First degree burn. Oh my god. First degree burn on your lip. I have a bad enough time in life if I bite my lip when I'm eating something and have to deal with that for a week, let alone a first degree burn. Anyway, that's pretty fucking stupid, dude. Let the shit cool off next time. But I've done that myself, so I'm one to say that. Next one. Number 5. Opening up and modifying a VCR at age 10. Well, that's. It depends if you hurt yourself. I mean, that's kind of just being like, creative and wanting to see how things work. But anyway, number 4, walking on the lid of a very wide, deep well, tripping and hanging by my fingers at age 4. Okay. Number 3, using the school fire extinguisher for no reason. Who hasn't wanted to do that? Seriously. Number 2, pissing in another kid's boot in first grade. Jesus Christ, dude. Number 1, taking a shit in the school sink in first grade. Well, if you're going to do number 1, you might as well do number 2, I guess. There you have it. One fucked up kid doing fucked up shit. Now, you know what the ultimate irony is if this person's older now, or when they get older, if they end up being a school janitor, that would just be just so ironic because I would see this in grade school and in high school. Someone would take like a shit in the sink, or they would disperse a fire extinguisher somewhere, and it's the school janitor that has to go and clean that shit up. I mean, this guy he's pissing in the kids' boots, shitting in the sink. What the fuck is your problem, dude? Seriously, come on. Fucking janitor working for minimum wage has to clean that shit up. Spraying the fire extinguisher. What if there's really a fire? You get burned up. You get more than a first degree burn to your lip like that guy in the first comment. Anyway, next one. Accidentally unsubscribe to your channel. What? 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 How do you accidentally do something so catastrophic? How dare you? How dare you unsubscribe from my channel? How dare you? Next. Crossed the street without looking when I was 9, got hit by a car, broke my arm, and got traumatized of crossing the streets for years. Yeah, that would do it. Number 2. When I was in holidays, I got lost at a beach in a foreign country when I was 8 years old. I finally found my way home after 4 hours and finally saw my parents again. You are lucky that you were able to find your way home even after a few hours at the age of 8 in a foreign country. You're lucky you're not in some like sex dungeon or something, or some like child work camp. You really lucked out there, buddy. Number 3. When I was 1 years old, and yeah, I know, I was very young, didn't know better, excuse me. I would play this game with my older sister where I would tell her to push me in the couch. And each time I would ask her to push me harder. And one time when she pushed me, I accidentally fell on the wooden part of the couch and broke my nose. My nose is crooked since then. Boy, do we all play some dumb-ass games with our brothers and sisters. My God. I think we've all been there. We've done some stupid-ass game for no rhyme or reason that ends up in one of us getting hurt. Either we're hurting our siblings or our siblings are hurting us simply for just some dumb game that we're doing in the afternoon of any random day. Anyway, number four. When I was about 13, I got outside once and didn't bother to properly wear my shoes. I just kind of stepped on them without putting my feet inside all the way. I started running fast down the stairs. I slipped and broke my leg. Jesus Christ, have you broke anything by just like, like something that wasn't your fault, like something that wasn't a knucklehead thing? My God, Bardhi09. I'm sorry if I brutalized your name. By the way, Bardhi, this is just like a little side note. This guy comments so much on my videos. Now, I'm not criticizing him for that, but he comments so much that every single time he leaves a comment, it gets marked as spam. Like anytime I like see a new video and it has, these comments have been marked for spam, it's always like, 5 to 10 comments from this guy because he comments so much. So if anything, I'm saying just like, YouTube, you don't have to keep marking this guy's comments as spam. But anyways, that's the way the system works. Let's see our next act of knuckleheadery. I just made up a word. Next. Holy shit. We both fucked our thumbs up doing stupid shit. I fucked my right thumb up and you fucked your left thumb up. We are practically twins, lol. I messed mine up by running through the house like an asshole and hit a puddle of water that some asshole left on the floor, and I went sliding and crashed into a grandfather clock. The glass shattered and sliced my thumb up and hit a nerve. And my thumb hasn't been the same since. I know my thumb still isn't completely the same ever since my accident. But anyway, I also roundhouse kicked a Catholic priest in the face once when I was 9, but that wasn't a stupid thing I did. That was an awesome thing I did. I just thought I'd tell you about it because it was awesome. Albert, you are a great American and an idol to us all. That is all. Next! I watched an Onision video. May insert random god here have mercy on my soul. Hunter, you deserve to be roundhouse kicked in the face by Albert. Next, I have two things. When I was little, we had a broken plug socket, so I decided to put my finger on the exposed wires, and I got a shock, and for some completely fucktarded reason, I decided to do it again. Got a shock again. I, it's weird. Like when you're a kid, you see exposed wires and stuff like that. They just scream to be touched. They just say, "Come here, touch me, touch me." Anyway, another time when I was young, I decided to hold on to the back of a milk float. I have no idea what a milk float is, by the way. I guess it's the thing that delivers milk to the town. I don't. Well, anyway, milk float as it drove off. Got dragged down the road for a while. Eventually had to let go and face palm the road. I also once had a box of 3 Xboxes hit me on the head from a warehouse lifter. Not technically my fault, but it fucking hurt. I just like that he got hit by a box of 3 Xboxes. Like that's just it's like a tongue twister, kind of, but not really. Anyway, it's catchy. I got hit by a box of 3 Xboxes. I mean, it's not very often you can say that in life. Anyways, I'm glad that you're still alive and able to type coherent sentences for us. Next, dumbest thing I done. I was boiling some eggs, then when they were done, I took the pan off the hob and dared myself to swipe my fingers across it. Needless to say, I had blisters on all of my fingers. Twat. For some reason, like the way it's typed out with the ellipsize, whatever, however the fuck you pluralize that. It's kind of like I'm picturing the guy from the guy Office Space, talking like, yeah, I'm gonna need you to stay today. Anyways, but yeah, I hope your fingers are all healed up. That was pretty dumb, and we've all done stupid things where we've dared ourselves for no rhyme or reason. Like, hey, this is probably gonna hurt, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Oh, did you guys all see? Oh, there's no one here. I'm a dumbass doing this for no one's amusement. Anyway, hope your fingers are all healed up. May everyone have mercy on your soul, you twat. Next! Two dumb things I did. One, writing the addresses on the envelope in the wrong places and accidentally mailing myself. That's pretty fucking stupid, dude. I did some stupid things too, but that's it's a wonder the mailman just didn't put it like right back in your mailbox after seeing it, but I guess they didn't notice. But anyway, two, taking apart a one-time use camera, only getting a little jolt from the battery. I think it was the battery. Dude, I could testify firsthand. I remember I was like, yeah, 17, 18 years old. We're at a party at a friend's house, and someone had a one-time use camera, and for whatever reason, one of my friends decided to take it apart. And the little terminal area where you touch it by the battery, and usually when you break it up, it usually has like two just regular AA batteries in it. Holy shit! It's like it's like touching a high tension wire. Like I remember when my one friend did it, he was like, "Oh fuck!" And he's like a big muscle head, and I'm like, "You fucking pussy." He's like, "I'm serious, touch it. That hurts like a motherfucker." So I was like, "All right, of course I got to touch it now. Touch it. Oh shit!" Like getting struck by lightning. Like seriously, break one of them open and touch it for yourselves if you don't believe me. Anyways, yeah, that was pretty dumb, and I was pretty dumb to do that myself, dude. Next, I got suspended from school once when I was in the third grade for spitting on one of my classmates. Why I did so is because I didn't want him looking at a sticker on my desk name tag. The thing is, though, that I was an odd duck socially back then, and my classmate did nothing to warrant being spit on, so in retrospect, it was a rather dick move of me to do. I don't know why, but I felt like reading that in a real prim and proper voice because, like, the guys, written it out, wrote, oh, fuck, I'm fucking my grammar up here and I'm about to compliment the guy and how well written his comment is. Fuck, nowhere to go, but next! Ah, it's my good buddy Mark Lindstrom. His comments cheer me up every day. Let's see what he has to say for us today. Number one, traded Revenge of Shinobi for Sword of Sodan, which is a festering piece of walrus shit for the Genesis made by Electronic Arts. EA, you suck woolly mammoth balls. Oh, that was fantastic. Well written, well composed, and yes, that game does suck. What the fuck were you thinking trading Revenge of Shinobi and idiot? Number two, having a pet hamster. Those things stay up all night running in that wheel, keeping me awake. Stop making noise, you stupid rodent. Oh, I hear you, dude. My brother used to have a ferret. Not only did that thing make noise all night, but it fucking stunk. It stunk. It stunk so fucking bad. It stunk bad. Trust me. Don't get one to find out. It stunk. Number three, playing with matches as a kid and setting the garage can on fire. What part of what childhood is complete without setting something on fire for no rhyme or reason with matches? It's just that's just a part of growing up. Number four, buying a Mazda GLC. The car is great if you don't need to go anywhere. I'm gonna have to get one of those. Anyway, number five, giving away all of my Transformers as a teenager and finding out how much they're actually worth now. Dude, I'm with you there. I sold all my Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles at a yard sale one year when I was like, I guess like 16 years old or something. Just sold all the ones I had from when I was a kid. Just sold them all. And I wish I held on to them because they're worth a lot more than the probably 20, 30 bucks I got for them at the time. Childhood memories gone. Next, five dumb things I done in my life. Refuse to correct the grammar. Just refuse to correct the grammar. Just move on. Just go to number five. Just go. Okay, okay. Five. At the age of 12, took a piss in the garage because I did not want to move. Hey, dude, we've all been there. Let's be honest. I mean, I pissed in the basement one time. I just pissed in the corner of the basement because I was too lazy to go up the stairs and go to the bathroom. I was a fat kid, all right, and I was lazy. Anyway, four, in my 20s, lying to the cops about a car accident that I caused. I hope no one was seriously injured. That's pretty fucked up. Anyway, yeah, hopefully no one was injured. Number three, lying to my boss, again in my 20s, after punching a hole the wall because I was pissed off at a customer. The lie I told her was I was extremely tired and hit my head against the wall. I'd be curious to know what type of job were you working? Like, were you working like at a Best Buy or something, and new dog's growling in the background? Hopefully, he doesn't start barking, which he very well may. Anyway, um, I'd be curious to know what was the exact job you were working when you punched said wall. Anyway, just for curiosity's sake. Anyway, two, spilling someone's beer at Mardi Gras in St. Louis and then proceeded to flip off that said person. Another dumb thing I did in my 20s. This is a major faux pas. Mardi Gras in St. Louis, like I can't stand when like some other random town adopts some other town's special event. I mean, it would be like having like the Boston Marathon at Miami Beach. Like, no, the Boston Marathon is in Boston. Mardi Gras is in Louisiana. Like, it shouldn't be elsewhere. That, yeah. Anyway, I got off topic there. Number one, not fighting for an ex-girlfriend. Eh, well, it depends. If the ex-girlfriend ended up being a complete cunt, then it's probably, better that you didn't stick up for her at any point. Anyway, next! Alright, Don, let's see what dumb shit you've done. The dumbest thing I've done in my life was so dumb it's not even funny. Me and my friend used to play a game called, quote, run across the freeway multiple times without getting hit by a car. I know, it's retarded. Anyway, I started running. I saw this one car without paying attention to the other car that came from the right. He obviously hit me, and I literally flew back and almost hit the first car. Almost got hit by the first car, excuse me. And I was 11 at the time, and I should really know better. Really lucky I'm not in a wheelchair or something now. Anyway, great video, Arch. Thank you. Uh, I can tell you right now, and I told this to Don in the comments, this reminded me of a game that I actually played when I was a kid, and this should have been on my top 5 list that I made in the initial video. And we didn't really have a name for it. I think like we called it like suicide at some point or some shit. But anyway, the game was this. One of the friends gets on a bike and they're biking down the street, and there would usually be about 8 or so other of us. Like 4 of us would be on one side of the street, 4 of us would be on the other side of the street, and we'd have our skateboards. Now the goal of this game was for the person to bike their way through all the people on the sides of the streets as they throw the skateboards at the bike. They roll them on the ground trying to hit the bike. If you hit the bike, you lost your turn and the next person goes. It would always end up being that one of the skateboards and the person would be flying through so fast because the object is to make it through. So obviously going faster increases your odds of getting through, but it also increases your chances of getting fucked up worse because eventually someone's skateboard would hit that front tire and the friend would flip off, smash their face, hands, arms, everything else on the street, and someone always got fucking wrecked playing this game. It is amazing none of us got killed. Like, it was that fucking dumb, and someone always got hurt every time, and yet we'd play it time and time and time again. This is like when we were 11, 12 years old. Fuck, were we dumb. Anyways, Don, it's amazing that neither of us are in wheelchairs. Next, let's close things out with a little comment here from Mr. Wesley. Wes says, at least you didn't have unprotected sex with a girl that turned out to be a man with an inverted penis. That actually happened to my friend. Sure it was your friend, Wes. Sure it was. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the first chapter of the dumbest things that you guys have done. There was a lot of other dumb things that you guys did and you left in the comments. So if you want to add to that and potentially be in another future chapter or video, whatever you want to call this, feel free to leave your comment on that initial video that I talked about in the very beginning of this video, or you can just be a lazy bones and go click the link in the video description, or type it in the search bar, the little nifty search bar feature they have here that most people don't use. Anyway, enjoy the picture of New Dog here looking very quote unquote dumb, but I don't want to end with that. I want to end with a heartwarming, just uplifting, superior picture of New Dog. Now I must warn you, this picture is so beautiful, it is going to make you cry. Ladies and gentlemen, New Dog at sunrise. Enjoy. It's so beautiful. So beautiful. That is all.